Hi, I'm Caleb with DIY Bonsai. Welcome to our propagation series. Today we're going to cover Weeping Willow. If this is your first time here, welcome aboard. Stick around, let's see what we have in store. The time of year that we want to do this is during dormant season, but I've done it as late as May and still had success. The things that you will need to make this successful is some weeping willow. I just have a couple of branches here, and some pruners. These pruners are just right at the level where I'm going to be able to cut my branches, but they're almost too small. So I might like a little bit larger loppers. No big deal, I should be able to get these to cut through no problem. I also have a utility knife that I'm going to use to clean up the cuts if necessary. Ideally, you're going to make branches that are about a foot in length, and then we're going to put 2/3 of them into the water. So they're going to grow roots all the way along about 2/3 of the branch. And then you can cut them up even further once they've fully rooted, and you'll have an opportunity to get some good thick bonsai stock out of this. Now, where would you find willow? I happened to ask a buddy of mine and was able to find some locally for free. You might find that some might be available on Craigslist or OfferUp or other for sale sites like that. You might also check a bulletin board at your local garden center or favorite gardening spot. And then you may also want to join a bonsai society in your area. Now, what do I want to hold my water in? You can use a bucket, and I certainly have done that in the past, but lately I've been using vases. The missus doesn't know we're using these, so don't tell anybody. I've been using these vases because I can still get the water in there, but I can see the roots develop. And so I've got a few of her favorite vases for this project, and we're going to use those. So the first thing I want to do is clean up the edges where this has been cut. This one I just cut this off camera a few minutes ago, so I'm going to cut this edge here and just clean that up just the tiniest bit. That's one. And then again, I'm going for about a foot or so. Watch me break everything here. Yep, I said I could cut it, and I did. Let's get another one here. There's two. And this last one will make 3. There we go. So there's all of our pieces cut. And it looks like we're going to need a little bit more water, because again, I want about 2/3 of each of them covered with water. And I'm putting them so that all of these growing nodes are facing up. So I'm putting them in that direction. And I think that will do. I will post an update video in a couple of months in the spring to show you how these are all doing. I have full confidence that these are going to put out roots. All right, so that should work just fine. I'm gonna add a little bit more water here in a few minutes. Now, there's 2 questions that I know you'll probably have in advance. Why wouldn't you want to have willow in your yard? Willow has really, really strong root structures, and it can break through concrete, break up concrete, and it's not something that you want near a foundation or a sidewalk or even a patio. So I keep willow in pots or way out in the middle of a field without having any issues, but you don't really want any of this near your house. At least the weeping willow for sure. And why does this work? It's magical, but in reality, the willow secretes a hormone that is conducive to growing roots. It's natural, and you can actually get other plants to grow roots just by having them in with the willow. We're not going to do that today, but again, I will post an update in a couple of months to show you what these look like in the springtime. In the meantime, join in the comments. Let us know if you have a favorite way of growing willow, and post some pictures maybe of what you have accomplished with willow. If you like this video, stick around, we got more to come. We're going to be covering propagation of Japanese maples, azaleas, more willow, bigger stock. It's going to be a lot of fun. Thanks for watching.